Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 80 of the Toonami Escape podcast. I'm your host, Greg Zeno. Tonight we have B-Dubs,
Hello.
C-Kohler,
Hey guys.
and for the first time, Caliph95.
Hey,
And tonight,
So
yes?
he's so excited to be here.
Yeah! Show me your excitement!
Mm-hmm.
yay.
Perfect! That's exactly the level of excitement we need. Anyway, guys want to talk about Countdown.
So, yeah, Sarah's gone bonkers, I guess.
Or something.
She
In
has
this
been
episode of Countdown, literally the plot of Halo 5.
yes.
Just replace Cortana with Sarah.
That's about right.
So I guess our new thing for this year is going to be new Sarah, because that's clearly where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not going to, I don't think he's going to blow up the ship over this.
No.
Well,
they're just. It's probably just a quick Sarah redesign.
I can still see the ship getting blown up, but we'll see.
I guess.
Whoever said time wonkiness was right, though.
I'm Future Tom from the future, speaking to you in the future from the future. I'm Future Tom.
Yeah, I did kind of like the whole, like, dude, you're just not making any sense. Get to the point.
I appreciated the meta-ness of why did we even make Clydes?
Yeah.
All they do is just kind of not be updated often enough. And then it's like, well, they're never in anything, so...
Let's use him here.
This is the old Clydes, I think.
I don't even recognize them.
They're like the mini Tom
They're
Clydes
robots and whatnot, you know?
from like Tom 3.
But yeah, so basically, to wrap it up, they're going to have... The countdown is the countdown into, like, Sarah blowing up the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, wait. No, the countdown is to Tom blowing up the ship to stop Sarah from, like, destroying the galaxy or something.
Yeah. It's something.
It's always about blowing up the ship, isn't it?
Does
I
always
can't
feel
remember.
like it.
Caliph, what did you think about Countdown this week?
I know, I just skipped that.
I'll be completely honest, I didn't pay much attention either.
I mean, these things are going in a very predictable fashion. It's threats. Blow something up. We blew something up, now we replaced it. New look.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You're going to say something? Sorry.
Nah, I see catch on next week. Sounds captivating.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, you guys are right. It's pretty run of the mill. I mean, it's not like I was expecting anything mind blowing. It's Tom and Sarah. Like, it's not even really supposed to be taken all that seriously.
Yeah.
This is all just going to be Tom having a bad dream about people being mean about his fan art.
That'd be pretty awesome.
So then, shall we talk about the block with Dragon Ball Super?
Yes, please.
All right.
Dragon Ball Super Episode 40, A Decision at Last. Is the winner Beerus or is it Champa? And the winner is no one.
Yes.
Monaka.
Or both.
Yes, Monaka is the winner.
The last man standing.
Hit flew off and forgot his tractor.
Monaka used Mr. Satan's specialty attack. That's what happened. He just threw a punch and it was delayed reaction.
So in this episode, Goku gets such a huge fight boner that he wants all the rules lifted so we can have an actual battle to the death with Hit.
Mhm.
But then this proceeds to cause an argument so long that Goku's like, well, now I'm going to lose anyway.
So, did... Oh, wait, we haven't determined this. Okay, I was going to say, because, like, Goku throwing the match basically does mean that Earth is now going to technically get transported to an alternate universe, although everything got halted when that little dude showed up, so...
No, because Monaka went in and defeated Hit.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
Monaka is the last contestant standing, so Beerus technically wins.
Right. I forgot about Manaka winning the thing. I kind of even heartedly took that as a fight, but it really was, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, technically.
And then Goku, after the battle, suddenly got bonitis.
Yep. It was a pretty bad case, too.
And then at the end, and basically Champa's just like, okay, fuck all y'all, I'm killing all y'all. And they're only saved by the timely intervention of a Muppet.
Two really tall, like, angel guardian dudes and one really small guy who looks like, he looks like a Muppet or like a Weeblo or something.
He's a
Yep.
Weeble. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Right. Oh, we forgot to mention too that right before the end of Hit and Goku's battle, they did the like respect Knuckles thing.
Yep.
Dylan! Smack! Caleb, what did you think of this episode?
It's really nice. It's all right. It's an all right episode. Like the, like kind of like as included, included and a bit funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was that part where Goku shook the dong of the king of the universe.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh,
He just grabbed him right by the dong and just gave it a good shake.
No, that's my penis tentacle!
I think this is the second time he did it.
Oh, God. I mean, he does have a bit of a, he's done it before.
So, without revealing anything and don't give anything away, is this like the end of this arc, or is this arc just going to continue on now?
There's a completely different arc next.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the end now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
So otherwise in this episode, there was nothing.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Just Champa and Goofer, what's this, Beerus, just yelling at each other for a while, and now we get to find out who the little guy is.
Ken for an arc, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, he also let in the Kai Ken rest because it's too OP.
Oh yeah.
By rest, we mean like a mini arc, maybe.
No,
Or
it's probably
permanently.
gonna be like, you're never seeing this one again, because we thought up of a much cooler thing. So that'll be fun. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kai?
All right.
Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters, episode 139. Who will defeat Majin Buu? The mightiest of men moves out and proceeds to job. Hard.
So hard.
That was a letdown.
I mean, he just rolled out. He wasn't even Super Saiyan. Are you surprised? Or do you mean
really
Mr. Satan?
He was really annoying too. Gotenks.
Yeah, nobody likes him.
Bring back Trunkton.
I think
He's too fat.
that ship has sailed, sadly.
No.
No, yeah, but you're right though. Like the first half of the episode with the Gotenks stuff was just sort of like, I don't know what it's just the wheels were turning. It's just like, okay, yeah, we got to see Gotenks fight, and he's going to fail, and he's going to be cocky, and blah blah blah, and that's all boring until we get to the second half of the episode, which is so much better.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if it's so much better. I mean, the Mr.
Look,
Satan
it's
stuff
pretty
is funny.
entertaining.
Literally,
I mean, it's-
aliens are destroying the Earth, and our answer is John Cena.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, it's like, I hope this doesn't go on for too long.
I hope it goes on
'Cause-
forever.
No, that's too much.
It's yeah, I agree. It's small doses, but it's definitely I'd prefer this over watching Gotank's job. I mean, this is way more interesting to watch how many unique ways can Mr. Satan come up with not dying.
His one true talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, that may literally be how he wins fights. He proceeds to not die so hard that the other guy literally cannot win.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds about right.
It works against Cell.
It really
Yeah.
did.
And he also he uses great techniques like giving Boo a Game Boy.
An
And candy.
exploding Game Boy. And then Boo is like, eat these people! I also liked how the military was like, this monster has destroyed 8/10 of the world's population, but good job, we brought tanks.
Hey,
Yep.
are you dissing the Earth Defense Force?
They should have brought the hammer. Yeah.
I mean, that might have actually been able to do something.
Nope.
Probably not.
The hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine Mr. Satan piloting the hammer.
The hammer. Yeah.
Why did that
But-
happen?
They did confirm in this episode that 80% of the world's population is now dead.
Yep.
That's
a lot of
a,
population.
that's a faster, more concise way to say what I said, which was 8/10, but okay.
Oh, that's true.
They'll be fine.
Yes, exactly. I'm not in the least bit worried about these people who will be wished back to life.
Nothing matters. So I like how Mr. Satan just basically literally just pulled PUBG strats to approach the house. Just grab a bush, become the bush. No one can see you in the bush. Hope Boo doesn't have a 15x scope because then they can see you and not the bush. And that's bad. Boo is also a Chinese hacker with aimbots on, so
Yeah.
also self photos. Like Satan just blatantly manipulating Boo into looking like Satan's defeated him.
Oh yeah.
That
He's
was
just
actually
totally.
the really one clever thing he did, actually.
I mean, he's totally gonna send that out to like the mass media or whatever, and like, I'll save the world. Meanwhile, he's just trying to keep Boo inside the house so no one sees him.
Boo's like, wash my unmentionables. Okay.
Just don't go outside.
I mean, we pretty much know that this is where things go leading forward, since we've seen Satan basically babysitting Boo and Super.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And so I would not be like, it literally has to be that after everything's said and done, Mr. Satan just sends his photo of defeating Boo to everyone, and it's like, well, guess that's that. He did it.
We still got
Yep.
Gohan, and we still got caveman Goku yet to come. So
My only question is, how are they going to bring Goku back to life again?
I'm sure they can find another set of Dragon Balls on some planet filled with green people.
Anyway, do you want to talk about JoJo?
All
yes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, Episode 14, Justice, Part 1. in this episode, it's like, hey, look at this beautiful Pakistani town completely covered by fog. Let's stay here.
Oh, and JoJo just bought a, brand new Japanese high school uniform in this beautiful Pakistani town covered in fog.
He found the one rural Pakistani
Because
tailor
why-
that made. No, sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go on.
No, you go. I talked over you.
So I was gonna say, because why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Why-
it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know why they went out of their way to explain it. No one has JoJo's high school uniform. He has a one-of-the-kind high school uniform.
Yeah.
Just literally have him just have it in the next episode.
Exactly.
Like most of the golf ball sized wounds that the Crusaders suffer every episode that just disappear the next episode. This will later be solved by making sure that every season so far after this has a designated healer, but man, it's ridiculous in this part. Like, these guys take ridiculous damage and then 5 seconds later, I'm completely fine.
In most shows, I would get a little frustrated with Jonathan, being so oblivious about the fact that this town is clearly like a terrible, terrible place, and he's just wandering around. It's like, what a charming town, blah blah blah. But I guess I just don't really care with JoJo. It's just too fun a show.
I'm going to show you how to say hello in the Islamic world. And the just dude's like, closed.
You don't take high schoolers from Japan in here.
And there's like a woman walking around. My boils are festering.
It's like, ma'am, can you call the police?
The police? Why?
But my
I'm
boils are festering.
I'm too worried about my festering boils. Did I mention my festering boils to you yet?
Someone should probably call her a dermatologist.
So they find a dead dude with a bajillion holes in him, and they're like,
Maybe, maybe enemy stand, maybe not.
I mean, you can tell at this point.
guys, do you see that incredibly large skull with a crown in the sky? That's probably not that.
That seems normal.
Let's go to this creepy old woman's inn. She seems to know our name when we didn't say anything, but whatever.
That was actually pretty funny, that scene. Where she had to cover. She's like, oh crap, they found me out.
And then Polnareff is unknowingly a massive, terrible person to her.
Oh yeah. What's her face? I don't even remember her name. She gets the best line in the episode where she's whispering to herself. She's like, I'll cut your dick off and rip out your guts. I'm like, damn.
Man, the
Goes
Power
hard.
Rangers really pissed off Rita Repulsa that one time. That was her favorite monster.
Seriously. She don't play.
So they all go to her inn, and then Whole Horse shows up.
Because why not?
I love that his theme is kind of at this point now a musical gag because he's so lame, but his theme is so awesome.
He really is.
Hey, B-Dubs, can you speak up? Sounds like you're whispering.
Sorry.
Okay, or just move closer to your microphone or something.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I should do it.
So
Yeah,
Enyaba just decides to fuck up Whole Horse too.
Yep.
Yeah, she was playing him for a minute there, and then... But because, I keep forgetting, Centerfold, that's her son, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They murdered her son.
Yeah, she really made the episode because her voice acting was so good.
Best performance in a bit part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else about this episode?
I don't really quite understand her power. I mean, everybody explained how it works. I get it. It's like smoke, it goes in your body. But what does that have to do with justice?
I
Who
mean,
knows?
it's just the name.
Okay.
Because the tarot card.
I mean, like some of the other like stands in this part, like the names of the stands or the cards, kind of worked a little bit with their names, but this one just seems like it's just vague.
When you think when you think temperance, you think the blob just coming off a guy.
I'm not saying all of them, but there was like one or two that kind of worked, I thought.
When you think strength, you think I turned this boat into a tanker and I'm an orangutan.
That's pretty
That
strong.
makes perfect sense.
Actually, I'm sorry. I should never bring that episode up again.
No, you did.
Now we're all on a list.
Oh.
Can't wait to see that in the worst moment category later.
Well, Anna's gone at least.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, they just kicked her onto a plane.
She was so memorable. We forgot to talk about her. They literally got her a ticket to.
She apparently didn't even get an exit of the manga. She just got kicked. She just disappeared.
That should have remained.
She
There's
really,
no-
I mean, I said it
no
last
need to
episode.
establish.
Go ahead.
Like they literally said at the end of the last episode, we're putting you on a plane. Just start the next episode. She's not even there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said before, she adds nothing to this part at all. Like she doesn't do anything to help them in any way. She is just there.
She is literally there because some editor thought every part must have the, what's his face from part 1. And Smokey from part 2, who wasn't even in anything but the very beginning and the very end.
Right. Oh, yeah. I get that. And also you could make the argument like this part has absolutely no female characters aside from like Jotaro's mom, I guess. So like maybe there's a quota to being checked off there that, oh, there's a girl character. But other than that, like, yeah, she doesn't even like help them like figure anything out or anything. They could have given her something to do, but they didn't even do that.
Nope.
To be honest, I had completely forgotten that Jotaro's mom was sick.
She's the whole reason we're doing this, man.
I know, but it almost doesn't matter. Like, do you used to travel to Egypt to beat up some pale-ass man who can't stay dead?
Well, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, ultimately, defeating Dio is just as important as saving their mom, but it is ultimately about saving their mom.
Yeah, I mean, this is true, but at the same time, it's sort of like they're not really rushing, Like, it doesn't really feel like there's any sort of, like, thing pushing them forward at this point. It feels more like a contrivance.
Well, I mean, they definitely do like to take their time because they'll go to hotels and just hang out. So,
also,
part of it.
In the annals of stands doing whatever the fuck they want before their power is explained, and they don't do that ever again, Justice can just completely make... Justice just makes illusions that it just actually should not be able to make, because that's not its power. Like, it's fog, but it's not that foggy.
Yeah.
Maybe like, Joseph's just going senile.
Yeah.
God damn it, Grandpa! Why are you jumping on the wrought iron fence again? We told you this 1,000,000 times.
Take your pills. You have dementia.
The coma explanation for part 3 is just it's dementia-addled Joseph. I'm going on an adventure with my grandson and his dumbass friends.
We're gonna fight my grandpa's worst enemies.
Stay tuned for next week and more Polnareff toilet fun.
Oh, God.
Because that's what Polnareff is.
Toilet fun.
This part has, some would say, a weird obsession with the weird and wacky toilets of the world.
I really feel like, what's his name, just sort of like took a trip overseas after part 2 and was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
The toilets.
Can you believe the things I had to shit in?
Yeah, exactly. And this is him going, readers, I can't tell you this outright, but can you believe the places I had to take a crap? I mean, look at these things. They're madness.
like it though, because it's like it is. I was not expecting a like 80. What is it like? What's that old story? Like 80 days around the world or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Around
Yeah.
80 days.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that kind of story to appear in JoJo, and that's kind of what's happening here. So
Yeah, it's a good story, you know.
keeps it interesting because they keep moving. You know.
Every JoJo part is completely different.
This is true.
It's what makes it great. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam?
I mean, we kind of have to.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Episode 30, Inauguration of the Arbrow Defense Forces. What an exciting title for an episode.
Mm-hmm.
I know Caleb's out because he doesn't watch, right?
I'm not caught up yet.
All right, then. Spoiler alert. The inauguration of the Arbrow Defense Forces does not go well.
Well, because there's super asshole guy Radache or whatever his name is.
Richie,
Yeah.
something like that. From here on out, he will be referred to as guy at the top of please kill this guy Mikazuki list.
Oh
Yeah, I mean, he's totally just the bad guy of this particular arc.
But also, he's the exact type of bad guy who would totally get away. He's worse than Hitler Stash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, totally.
Because I have this sinking feeling that he's nothing bad's gonna happen to him. Like he's gonna disappear from the series and never come back. And it's just like, where did he go? I don't know. He's off sipping a martini somewhere.
He got away with it. That man got paid. He got out alive. You know, you got to respect that, though.
Also in this episode, Rustle is like, bring in the guy with the beard.
Which guy with the beard? There's
That
multiple
guy.
guys with. There's multiple guys with the beard.
I literally thought he was talking about Makanai.
I did too. No, it's some like guy who looks like a space pirate.
It's some really huge buff Chuck Norris asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine it actually being Makanai? Fuller, do your impression again.
I don't remember it. I
It's
do want to
just your
say
old person voice.
it's just. Hey, why don't you guys do this? Oh no, he's more like stuck up. He's kind of like, well, you really need to do this right. Oh, you suck. Why did you not do this correctly?
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly. That's
so
the voice.
Makanai.
He's literally lying on the ground after being blown up, and he's like, "God
Yeah.
damn it! Couldn't you have taken more of those
Yeah.
bullets with your body?
He'd be like, yeah, exactly. I was gonna mention he's in this episode, and he did
What am I
get
even
harmed.
paying you for?"
And Chad, I guess the character Chad took the brunt of the force, unfortunately, because Makanai is still alive. And yeah, you're right. He'd be like, you people did not die for me. What kind of
You
shitty
should have.
people are you? I'm an important man. Don't you know that?
I knew that was a bomb. I was just waiting to see if you'd realize it.
I mean, this is I'll tell you what I hate about Makanai, and I've said this before, is I hate characters like him that, like, he's never earned anyone's respect. He just demands it. He's just like, I'm an important person. You better listen to what I say.
Look at how long my beard is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Really,
that's
I
what-
am awesome.
my beard, which is 50 miles long for some stupid reason.
yeah, I mean, that it'll work if the whole point is us supposed to hate him. But if we're supposed to actually like him, then
Ugh.
Chad's whole plot in this episode was, wow, I'm wearing a suit.
and then I got blown up.
Yep. And then Takaki and other guy, I can't remember his name, are just having conversations in which all of them consist of, did you get your death flags this morning? Oh, yes, I had my daily dose of death flags this morning.
Yeah, and then,
How about
they're
you?
like, their little sister Fuka, she got death flags going on as well.
Everyone has
They
death
all
flags going on.
One of those three kids is dying.
At least one.
I say all of them.
Yeah, because they made a big point about Fuka. Oh, she's learning to read. Oh, she's getting so smart.
Yeah,
She's
she ain't making
she's
it.
not long for this world.
She ain't making it.
I mean, I think I don't know why she would die, but I think
Why not?
no, she's like, I love living on Earth. Something's gonna happen. And she's like, you're going to space, and it's like, no.
I could see her dying because they need to have that brother orphan guy go nuts. That's why she'll die.
So in this episode, everything could have been solved if they had established a chain of command.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instead, asshole dude who was definitely not betraying you and
Oh yeah,
standing
no,
right outside the boat, standing right out. I hope this guy is standing right outside the door while talking shit about him, and he's like, "You better bet I am."
it's like,
At least
oh no,
Orga has like a sixth sense for that something's up.
yeah. I mean, he sort of realized, oh wait, nobody's called me in like a week and a half. Maybe I should go check this out.
Like, I'm struggling to imagine how these people were the ones left in charge of the Earth Branch. Literally weeks away. You left
Seriously.
Chad and Takaki in charge of everything. Like, you
He's-
couldn't at least spare Eugene? I mean, I get that Eugene is important, but maybe you could have spared, I don't know, Dante? Akihiro?
Yeah, I mean, he's not great at delegating. He really needs to learn how to like spread out the important people a little more.
So in this episode, they're like, there's going to be a war. And it's like, wait, a war between who and who? There's war!
I don't understand why though.
There's
Is
a
it the
war
hair?
between some people, and we're fighting, I think.
Is it the hair gel mines again?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's Gundam. There's always a war.
There's usually more of more of a solid reasoning behind it though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even with C.
If I've learned that Gundam is anything, it's a perpetual, never-ending war.
I mean, yes, this is true, but I mean, even like the shitty ones like Seed or 00, like they at least pretended like, oh yeah, no, like there's a legitimate thing going on here. This just feels like we're going to war because we're going to war. Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it who said like they were making fun of like that? They were making fun of Makanai, and they're like, "Why is this guy who's like the Canadian chancellor so important?"
Because Canada's important in this world, duh.
Because it's kind of like some mega thing of combination of like Japan, Russia, and Canada.
Okay, so
Why would that be important?
Canada's like one of the top tier countries in the world now.
Yeah.
Please, that's how
It's
you know this is
It's basically
bullshit.
a different version of the Ghost in the Shell world.
Okay.
Except with Ghost in the Shell world, at least American Empire is still,
No, that's the point. It's like in this world,
because like even in Ghost in the Shell, Russia took over like all of Canada and the north of America.
yeah.
So, what else was in this episode? Da-da-da.
The girl and the dude with the red teardrop eye, they had a like talking down to or something.
I literally don't know who you're talking about.
Juliet, the anti Mikazuki character.
Oh yeah, she talked to
Mhm.
definitely not that guy from the first season. No
Oh
way.
yeah,
Nope.
the guy in the
That was
mask,
not
whose
him.
voice you can totally tell is him.
Who could this mysterious masked man be? It's such a huge goddamn mystery.
I have legitimately no idea.
Like, it's more likely that we will straight up forgot his name, but we know exactly who that is.
Oh, that's exactly where I'm at. I don't remember his name. I just know who he is. He's
What,
the
you don't
character
remember
who's the
Galio
brother of the girl
Bowdry?
that Makanai, or not Makanai, but the guy who's going to marry.
You don't remember Golly Golly?
No. I mean,
Well-
I've heard you say that a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a moment when he takes off the helmet and you're going to be like, oh, that guy.
But his name isn't
Mhm.
Golly Golly. That's like a nickname, right?
That was Mikazuki's insulting name for him.
Okay, that's right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
So-
it's obvious it's him.
What else was in this episode? I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Mm,
Uh,
Orga wouldn't eat.
oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that.
And then like Mikazuki is like, here, eat my little grapes or whatever I'm always eating. You need your nutrition.
Yep.
That was this episode, along with a lot of narration about how bad shit's gonna go happen. So I kind of get annoyed when shows are like, "Man, bad shit coming up. We didn't know at the time, but there was some bad shit."
That's always bad. It's like, don't tell us there's bad shit coming up. You got like foreshadowing and stuff. Make it stormy or, whatever. Like, make the weather bad.
So, shall we talk about Hunter x Hunter?
Yes,
You mean
please.
the best episode of the night?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
C-Caller, instead of the actual Hunter x Hunter intro, just add the first JoJo opening for this.
Why?
Okay. That's weird.
Because because Bisky went full Joe style. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter episode 73, Insanity and Sanity. In this episode, I guess they have to fight Genthru and his people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they need the cards that Genthru has.
And Genthru needs their cards.
Yep.
So
And
they
they
all
can't trade.
run off to their individual fights, and Biscuit Kruger is secretly a Joestar.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Like, she is swole. Like Jack, she never skips leg. She does double leg days. I mean, did you see those things? I mean, damn.
I
Like
mean,
it's- now we know why she's so strong, because that's like her real form.
Yeah. Like, how many squats does she do every day? Like 1 billion?
I don't know.
this
don't know if-
episode contains one of my favorite things, which is massive fists just sinking into a dude's face like it's a memory foam pillow.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
that guy died from like one punch.
That was so great because it was like she teleports him away, and then he's like, "What did you take us here for?" And he's like, "She's like, I don't want anyone to see this," or something like that. And then the dude like hits her. He hits her, and it's like, "Whoa!" That
She
was
lets
kind
him
of
get a hit
surprising.
in.
I was a little upset actually when that happened because I thought, "Why would she let that happen?" And then she goes, "Oh, I let everybody hit me once, just let them have the feel that they could possibly win." And then she transforms and just destroys them.
In one punch.
Seriously.
Yes.
I mean, damn. She could probably beat all of these guys if she wanted to, all at once.
And then Killua shows off his new like weapons.
Yep.
He's got some
And-
yo-yos, bro.
But they're metal and weigh like 50 billion pounds.
Apparently, you'll see these yo-yos in exactly one episode after this.
He gets better techniques after this.
I can imagine. But meanwhile, Ness is just off to the side like, what the fuck?
This was my thing. Why did you do that?
And then in the third little fight against the lamest main villain ever and Gon,
Every time Genthru did every time they had like one of these big one of these shots where Genthru was just towering over Gon, it's like, look how intimidating I am. It's like, dude, you suck.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I'll give the show the benefit of the doubt, and that like they did for no good reason. They made Genthru look tougher in this episode, and that like he actually has like strong Nen abilities. It wasn't
I mean,
just his like one technique, his bomb technique. He was doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he is such a lame villain. He looks
He
lame.
is.
I just hate him. I just cannot wait for him to be defeated.
Yeah, no, he's kind of a shitty villain. But even his defeat isn't, the end of the arc. It's, like he's kind of got to be shitty for Gon to beat him. If only because if he was like actually competent, there's no way in hell they could win.
Well, that's not even it. It's not even like that. The problem is that this show is filled with amazing bad guy characters,
Mm-hmm.
like Hisoka and other characters like him that are like so bad that you like them. And this guy,
Mhm.
there's just nothing likable about him.
Hmm.
So the plan was that Gon would defeat this guy without him using his bomb power. But of course, Gon is insane and wants him to use his bomb.
Gon's plan is literally to just eat shit until he's like, okay, I'm using the bomb.
Yeah.
Plan seems to be working to perfection.
I like
Yep.
that. The whole episode, they were like whispering to themselves, or like, "Yes, it's going perfectly." Every time you think that they're like something's going to go bad to them, that's what they wanted to happen.
Yeah.
And then they all teleport away from Gon, and Gon is immediately like, okay, fuckers, Maverick time.
Yes.
I mean, Gon's like, wild card, bitches.
Yes. Yeah. Every one of these shows has to have a Luffy character, the main character who just wants to do his own thing. Got to be a show off.
Well, I mean, it's more that Gon is an insane person.
Caliph, what did you think of this episode?
I think this was probably the best part of the arc, besides the dodgeball stuff. I've been waiting for Joe Stabisky for ages now.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting it.
I remember the first time I read through it, I saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, like, I just saw it and I'm just like, okay, like that. All I could think of is like, oh, okay,
That makes
I guess
sense.
that explains a lot. It kind of explains a lot. Like, it explains why she looks like a little girl,
Oh,
even though she's 60.
this
because she hides
explains
her facts.
everything.
It also explains her power, which is to
Yeah.
make her go from, being the Hulk to the cute Bisky.
And then, like, the fact that even cute Bisky is like super strong, right? It's like she's
Yeah.
just hiding her true form.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's also like the Hulk in a way where, like, if she turns into her true form, then she's even, I don't know, is she even stronger or is she just the same?
I think
She's
she
stronger.
must be, yeah.
I mean, she just
Because
stopped
why else
holding
would she
back
do
at
it?
that point.
Yeah, she has to, like, get stronger, yeah.
Because, like,
She
that.
says
I mean, it might
She
just be to
accidentally
screw
kills
with the
people.
other guy.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Caliph, go ahead.
No, she says she accidentally kills people in the actual form.
Oh, yeah, she was straight up like, after I take this form, I end up killing my opponent.
Yeah, even her voice changed. She got really, yeah, she's crazy. I mean, like, yeah, it's just, it's not what you expect from her.
C. Kohler literally has no idea what to say about this.
I don't. I mean, like, it's so
No, he
bizarre.
does.
I mean, I don't not like it, but it's just like so weird. It's like, what? It's weird,
it
but it's
is.
crazy. I think it's cool though. I mean, I like strong female characters. I don't know if this is what I think about when I think of strong female characters.
Like, you didn't think this
I
literally?
mean, this is like the most literal interpretation of a strong female character. Is like ripped.
I wasn't expecting strong female characters.
I mean, like strong-willed. That's what I like. Smart, fast. This is like buffer than any man in the series.
Like, you didn't expect, Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Oh, good, strong female character. Wait,
Biscuit,
I
like,
didn't mean
running
Fist
up
of the...
Bisky's running up in small Bisky form. Roses are red, violets are blue, transforms. Oh my wa Shinderu.
It's like, oh, good, a strong female character. Wait, that's not what I meant.
That's the episode title, C. Kohler.
What is?
That whole poem.
Okay.
And I believe there's a shop out there of exactly that.
Oh,
Hold on.
Bisky. Oh, God, there probably is.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean, crazy. Yeah, it's just. But I mean, again, it explains a lot. It explains why she's so strong, and also like her mannerisms and everything.
Yeah.
It's just like a double life.
Oh, you did?
I'm
There's
gonna give
also-
you C. Kohler.
There's also Tezguera's boss or whatever.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. So, the reason the guy was paying all these people to go into the game was so they could come out with the card that allowed you to heal absolutely anything.
Yep.
To heal his
Girlfriend.
girlfriend who was in a coma, but she died.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, she died while in a coma. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad, really.
So, and that also confused me. So, I know I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, I'm beating a dead horse here, but like you can take cards off of Greed Island and the magic still works.
Because it's just
If you
Nen.
win.
No, it's under very specific circumstances, though. Like you'll find out more about it in like 2 episodes.
Okay.
I mean, we're literally dealing with the toppest of top tier Nen here.
Yeah.
Okay. But verbatim, like if you wanted to take strip of beach to York New City and use that magic, it would work.
Yeah.
Under certain circumstances.
Okay.
If you wanted to literally get Hisoka pregnant, you could do it.
Yeah.
Well, don't say that because he'll probably want that
Wait, I just realized
with Gon.
there has got to be fan fiction out there of Gon and Killua taking that card and,
Yes.
you know,
I'm sure someone made some kind of doujin at some point.
Yes.
anyway, shall we talk about Lupin the Third?
Yep.
Lupin the Third, Part 4, Episode 19, The First Supper. In this episode, I don't know, fuck.
In
This
this
is some
episode,
weird shit.
Leonardo da Vinci is the bad guy.
In this episode, Leonardo da Vinci has been resurrected basically because MI6 took the Dream of Italy, which is a whole nother thing in itself, and managed to clone the memories of Leonardo da Vinci into a clone of Leonardo da Vinci. And then he's like,
Yep.
I'm Leonardo da Vinci, Pillar Man. And so he runs off, and now he's just making weird shit everywhere.
Yes.
I don't know.
And see, it's like MI6's plan is take memories, make Leonardo da Vinci equals profit.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect
Makes
sense.
complete sense.
Why
I
did we
believe
do
it.
this? Because we wanted to see if we could.
Also, I like that they just completely and utterly gloss over the fact that they can make clones.
Whatever, man. You didn't realize that Lupin the Third was set in 3,219.
Yeah, and then like in that year, for some reason, everything just sort of looks like the 1970s. Like it had like a retro comeback. The 70s fashion
Yeah,
styles
no,
came back.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't.
This is like the 5th time in human history the 70s are in style again.
Yeah.
It keeps happening. Every time we try and stop it.
Man,
Also-
we have flying cars, but everyone wants these little tiny fucking Fiats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to say there is no way in the world. I don't care how smart Lupin is. There's no way in the world he could have
Yeah.
put this together. Like he is making so many stretches of the imagination to assume that MI6 can make clones and that
Yeah.
you can pull Leonardo da Vinci's memories out of people. Like he is pulling this out of his ass, and it just happens to be exactly right.
Just all about his ass.
He just takes off his mask. It was actually me, Hercule Poirot.
Well, I mean, Lupin's constantly like dueling with Pops, so I figure some of that might have worn off on him.
I think the weirdest.
I
Go
would
ahead.
have not been surprised if Zenigata actually figured it all out.
He probably
Eh.
could.
I could see that if only because Zenigata might know about secret cloning techniques and things that the MI6 has. But why would Lupin know that? That doesn't make sense.
Who knows? Maybe he's a conspiracy theorist at heart.
So, Leonardo da Vinci went around Italy putting up
Mm-hmm.
excellent portraits of random people on random places so that they would all kind of sit down for dinner, and while he sits in a room above them and kind of chuckles to himself.
For reasons
And
no
then
one quite
flies
understands.
off and is like, I'm going to remake Italy because I'm fucking Leonardo da Vinci. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
And he's like and the pictures he drew just happened to be exactly what the people would look like sitting at the table that evening, having not seen their clothes or anything. He just knew. he even knew well, I guess he knew what order they'd sit in because he put the cards down. But like he knew how they would pose for the photo.
He's just that good.
He's just that good, yeah. You know the thing that's weird about this is that this is exactly the kind of like weird plot I would expect someone to just make up on the fly, but they've been building up to this.
Seriously.
This is the like the
main
episodes in the
plot.
X-Files that actually connect.
Yeah.
This is it.
I mean, this should be like, some fan fiction bullshit, but they actually properly foreshadowed most of this.
Right. What
Which
it
is-
means is when they sat down to make this series of Lupin, they said, you know what? I have an idea for this whole series of Lupin. Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
We just have to work it in somehow that he comes back, and we'll just set all the pieces in motion until he comes back and becomes the bad guy. That was their plan all along.
I think that probably happened at some point.
I think so.
I mean, maybe not the
Okay.
first day, but
We're making a Lupin series for Italy. Clone Leonardo da Vinci.
yes.
Yes.
I mean, in fairness, it probably started with maybe Lupin steals something from Leonardo, steals the Da Vinci painting or something like, no, that's kind of dull. Maybe we should clone him. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, now I kind of want to see what the main plots of other seasons of Lupin sounded like. Because this is some bizarre shit.
I mean, the OG Red Coat Lupin stuff that aired on Toonami before didn't really have a main plot. It just did random shit from episode to episode, and it was amazing.
But did he do supernatural stuff? Because I always feel like that's a new thing.
No, I mean, there was Castle of Caligristo or whatever it's called,
The Miyazaki movie.
Yeah. I mean, there's a pretty long history of people just using Lupin to do whatever the hell they want to do.
Okay.
And clearly someone just wanted to do Leonardo da Vinci fuck shit up in the real world.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there's a character you can get away with doing almost anything with, it's pretty much Lupin at this point.
So, guys want to talk for 5 seconds about Naruto Shippuden?
Can we skip it?
No.
Naruto Shippuden, episode 180. Inari's courage put to the test. In this episode, remember Inari and what's his name, old dude?
And now
They're
we're moving
carpenters
on.
now, and they're fixing the village. Okay, that's it. Bye. Moving on. Outlaw Star, episode 11. Adrift in subspace. In this episode, Aisha finally joins the crew, and it dawns on me that literally it's episode 11 and the entire crew has not been on the ship
At the same time.
at the same time. I mean, I guess episode 9 of Bebop just happened, and that's the first time that happens in Bebop, but
Yeah.
it feels longer.
These Sunrise space shows got a slow burn, man.
Especially at that time of the,
It's like, I can't wait for all these shenanigans with this crazy cast of characters. The season's already half over.
No, I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up next. I mean, even in my head, this arc is where the, show really starts kicking into high gear.
And I know we're beating a dead horse here, but it has to be said that the moment Aisha is on the screen, the show just elevates to a much higher quality level of entertainment.
He
That's
is
what
the
you
best character.
You guys have a cat girl fetish, that's why.
No,
She's
No.
funny. She's legit funny.
she's the best. And I gotta say, the voice acting is legitimately amazing here.
Yes. She sounds unlike any other female character you typically hear in anime. She has kind of I don't know, it's almost like a cigarette smoker's voice or something. It's really weird, and it just is very unique and funny sounding.
She perfectly has both predatory big cat voice and tiny little house cat voice.
Yeah.
It is
Also, I love
impressive.
that she just goes straight up to Melfina and is like, what the fuck? Your ship can't run unless she's naked? That's kinky as shit.
Yeah.
It really is.
She is just dropping truth bombs left and right. It's great.
And apparently
Yeah.
that wasn't even edited out of the show, the kinky line,
Huh.
the first time. They don't care if you they care if you show it, not if you say it. So in this episode, they don't get the top 3, but they get on screen for some reason anyway, and Fred's just like, whatever.
Close enough.
Yeah,
You
free
came in
advertising.
first, and yeah, they came in first in the private, ships category.
Yeah.
I mean, if not for the whole, them getting blown up by missiles, they probably win though, or at least make the top 3.
Yeah. Remember, so some people were confused why the ship that came in right after them could beat them, because this is more of a time trial.
Yeah, it's like a rally
Yeah.
thing, like everyone doesn't start at once. What matters is how quickly you get from point A to point B.
Right. It's basically Tour de France rules.
Mm-hmm.
Just if in Tour de France people could shoot missiles at each other.
I mean, I don't think they're supposed to do that though.
I don't know, man. Lance Armstrong might have gotten there at some point.
I mean, probably.
Well,
Probably hit
Lance
some-
Armstrong has been accused in the past of firing missiles at other cyclists, but there's no proof.
I mean, where would he even get missiles on his bike?
I had a terrible thought right then, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Okay.
thinking. Don't say it.
Oh, God.
Anything else about this episode?
I thought it was cool how they went surfing.
What?
I like how Aisha is so happy-go-lucky that she can be 1 minute upset that she has to stick around with these bozos, and then the next is hanging out and cheering them on and stuff.
Oh, right. And what's it? Suzuka lost a bunch of money.
Oh yeah,
she's
she
just
bet on
like,
them.
smash.
Like,
Yeah.
shit, they lost.
I
Dang.
actually like that because I totally expected her to win the bet because
Yeah.
that would just show how cool and smart she is, but she actually
Mhm.
lost.
Yep. I mean, she didn't count on missiles.
I also loved Aisha's rant in the Outlaw Star, where it's just in the space of a minute, she spouts out Kataro 5 times.
I mean, she really can get it out there a lot
Here's the thing
later
about
on in the
Aisha.
series.
She is unquestionably so annoying, but also not at all.
Yeah,
It circles around.
I can see there might be some people out there who might find her annoying, and I can understand why, but for me, it's just fun. She's just so fun.
I mean, she circles back around from annoying to just funny.
And then the whole time the ship was counting down to the warp speed or whatever,
Mhm.
and she's just like, "Come on, what's taking so long? Jeez," the whole time. Tell that thing to shut up.
Guess we're in the middle of a race. Guess I'll sleep.
And then everybody passes out except her because she has an impenetrable superhuman strength kind of thing.
Because she's Kataro.
She's
I'm a Kataro!
Kataro's, man.
Kataro,
You can't-
Qatar.
For some reason, I just thought of Alex Trebek doing a category in Tournament of Champions Jeopardy this past week. Literally a manga category.
Yep. But
Manga.
Kataro wasn't mentioned.
They just straight up put a picture of the Colossal Titan on Jeopardy.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was like, here is the clue. Here is the clue to this category, to this question. What is Attack on Titan?
Weird.
Attack on Titan, big enough for Jeopardy.
I mean, they also had Sailor Moon.
I can see that more than Attack on Titan.
I mean,
That
Attack
makes
on
more
Titan
sense.
is
I
recent.
mean, they had one or two deeper cuts, as the dollar values went up.
I forget what the $1,000 worth was.
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna
I
have to check this out now.
retweeted it when it showed up in my feed the other day.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna find this.
Give me a minute.
Usually, some YouTube channels will post these types of things.
No, they do. That's where I saw it at first.
Okay.
Where is this thing?
It doesn't look like it's on YouTube. You said you retweeted it, right?
I think I did. When was it? A couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking through my feed now. Okay, there's the Mimq Z move thing where he just vores some guy.
If you find it, don't say what the answer is. Let me try to solve it.
Okay, hang on.
Do all the questions.
Yeah, let's do a little quiz here. This will be fun.
All right, hang on. Okay, that's going way too far back. I guess I didn't retweet
Let's
it.
see. I wonder if Deep Blue could figure this out. Or was it? Wait, Deep Blue. Which is the one that plays Jeopardy?
I don't remember. Okay,
Watson.
Here we go.
Watson.
Yeah, Watson. Yeah, here we are. Okay, the heroine's nautical school uniform puts the sailor in the title of this manga series.
Sailor Moon.
All right, a hit in Japan for more than 65 years. This boy is really a robot.
Astro Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Astro Boy. The manga Mach Go 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 was the inspiration for this 1960s cartoon series.
Speed Racer.
Yep. Then there's Colossal Titan. All right. And the last one, a wandering assassin and his son in tow in Kazuo Koki's Dis and Cub.
Oh, I know this.
Do 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 do.
Is it like Samurai and Cub?
No, Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf. Okay.
Yeah.
I failed it. You can stop the music.
No, and then the actual tweet was anime fans, put down the latest volume of One Piece and see if you can answer these questions.
That's cool.
Anyway,
I think it was all the same person that got it right too.
I think different people got some of them.
Ah.
The other guy.
Well, at least they didn't. At least they
What
didn't
are these
say.
weebs talking about?
At least they didn't say Danky Kang.
Oh God.
Is that from Jeopardy?
Yes.
Oh no.
That was the final Jeopardy answer someone wrote.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna. That was probably him just writing his O's weird.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was a woman, and she wrote with an A, Danky Kang.
What is expand dong? You do realize that at some point in the future, if it has not already happened, there is going to be a memes category on Jeopardy.
Oh, it's probably already happened.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Also on Toonami tonight, jamming with Edward.
Yep.
Yeah, I hadn't watched this episode in a long time, and it was better than I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
The ways the Bebop crew gets completely screwed out of bounties every time is hilarious.
I also like.
This is the Jet episode, right?
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, this is the Jet episode, right?
I can't make out what you're saying. What did you say?
Yeah, this is the Jet episode, right?
No, jamming.
No.
This is Edward's introductory episode.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Jet,
this is the one.
Jet
This is
episode
the one. I guess I'll give it a real brief overview. Basically, a space satellite is drawing Nazca lines, and Ed is introduced as hacking in and trying to find out who is doing it. Turns out it was an AI. And so they don't get a bounty because they don't take bounties on. Oh wait, was this the first episode that also showed the TV show?
No, that's been in this show.
Yeah, I think they had one before.
Several times, in fact.
This has been a regular thing since like the first few episodes.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
And also at the end of the episode, Spike's least favorite things are perfectly arrayed on the Bebop.
They're all just gathered around him so he can suffer.
I forgot too how much I like the depiction of net diving in this show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's
Where
fun.
you just put on these goggles, kind of like VR goggles, and you just sort of swim through a bunch of icons. It's kind of neat.
So, kind of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ghost in the Shell, that's this one episode everyone seems to love. Probably because it's just Lupin.
Pretty much.
It was
I
creepy.
mean, there's that one guy that wants to get with the Major, but then she's like, "You can't handle me."
Yeah, and she plugs something into his neck, which is just incapacitates him or something.
Well, I mean, I think the idea was that she's gonna plug him into her body and then let him take control, but then she's like, "No, we're not actually doing that."
Yeah.
Major immediately went home and transferred into a completely different prosthetic body
Yeah,
and burned the old one.
Yeah.
And this was the first time we saw the Tachikomas in the second season.
Yay!
And
Well, they're rich, so I guess we should call them eccentric.
Yeah.
Otherwise, good episode. So that was definitely the Major at the beginning, right? Because it looked
Yeah.
exactly like her.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
her. That was the whole plan.
Just
I'm kind of surprised they didn't put it together, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy is not smart. Brilliant criminal mastermind.
Oh, this guy's just a dumbass.
Anyway, I guess that'll about do it for tonight's episode of the Toonami Escape podcast. One of these days, I'm going to say the old name. Just by
But not
accident.
today.
Not today.
It is not this day.
Thank you, C-Kohler.
No problem.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
Okay.
Thank you, Caliph95.
hey, thanks.
And we'll see you guys next week for episode 81. Goodbye.